Well, we've traveled from the shores of the Atlantic, Daytona International Speedway last week, round one of the LATAM GP Series, to Central Florida, here at Sebring International Raceway, round number two of the LATAM Winter Series 2021. 25 degrees, our air temperature here today. As you look at Michael Levesque first, working his way through the field. Everybody putting up qualifying times. A great opening week. Last week at Daytona International Speedway for round one. In the Pro Series, an absolute thriller, including a last lap pass about 200 yards from the finish. Jeff Sykes' car ran out of gas. Jaquin Mello ate up the 2.5-second lead and took the victory with Ross Cohen second. Sykes coming home third. And you see Espinoza, top of the chart early. Fernando Jaquez, also one of our pros, sits second. Yeah, that's Rodriguez. And now some of the cars of one of those Lambos working out of Sunset Speedway, or Sunset Corner, down the front stretch. Joined by my broadcast partner, Jordan Maudsley. Welcome, Jordan. Another season of LATAM GP action.
Yeah, so excited to get back after it. Had to sit on the sidelines to watch the one last week, but was an absolute thriller. I think as they find different ways to split up these groups, they've had different car types. They've had everybody all in one group, and obviously this one has so far proven to be the best racing through week one.
So Espinoza, top of the board, only one to bust out a sub 2-second lap. The 159.98. And Espinoza, he finished fifth last week. And you see Malagon, he's sitting 11th after lap one. I believe this is his second lap. Tipped a couple wheels off there. Not sure if that was enough to get him an X. He's still hustling down to the hairpin. As he gets closer to the line, you see where he is stacking up. He's sitting 11th right now. Working his way through the back section of the course. It looks like he's going to park. So either he got an X or that was just an extra lap for him.
Looks like he was a couple seconds off his pace on the timer at the bottom.
One of the Ferraris now coming down into Sunset. Jeffy Murillo. How about this? An amateur going P2. Luis Grulla. To the stripe. Jeffrey Murillo. 27th overall. And we'll see who we got available in Discord. Qualifying just wrapped up, about 45 seconds left, and we'll talk to former series champ Juan Salazar. Welcome back, my friend. In your home state of Florida. Obviously, last week didn't go like you wanted it to, but man, it turned around here tonight.
Yeah, how you doing, Jamie? Yeah, last week sucked. Just gonna try to have a better race tonight, man. I love this track. Let's see.
What's the key to getting around here quick?
You gotta kind of be very precise on the turns here. It's easy to lose time on corners here if you're not on it. You know what I mean? And try to keep the car on track as usual.
There you go. So you got to hold the dig out of it. Some heavy competition here this year.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. I practiced a little harder for this race than I did the last race. I'll tell you that much.
Well, we'll see what Juan Salazar can do here in the Sunshine State tonight. It's Brown number 2. We'll throw him back in his Discord channel. He sits 7th overall. as everybody right now taking their spots on the grid. And then they will get rolling about a half a lap away from going green. Andres Espinoza, your pole sitter, Fernando Jaquez is second. Then you got Otigua in third, and then the top amateur, Luis Grillon, in fourth. Joaquin Mello in fifth. Six is Rodriguez, seventh Salazar, eighth is Viscara, and ninth. Second place in the amateur division, Daniel Perez Santiago. So under the warm, sunny, virtual skies here at Sebring, the former Air Force Base, now turned racetrack, home of the famed Mobile 12 Hours of Sebring. That just went down, or is coming up, excuse me, in a few weeks. Of course, the official iRacing 12 Hours Sebring, I think that's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of March. So one of the stories last week, Jose Puig running through the field. Better qualifying effort tonight for one of our other Florida drivers. And the field is rolling. Green flag set to come out here at Sebring as they work their way down the Sunset Straightaway. And here we go. Green flag in the air. Down the Chevrolet Bridge. It's Espinoza and Jaquez. They'll get sorted down. Through turn one and down into Christensen. Oh, we got one around right across the track. And two dead soldiers.
I believe a third one got collected on the inside as they went through there. Everybody else seems to have shuffled on past that incident. Looks like Santiago, potentially Malagan, part of that wreck, lap one.
Fernando Jaquez out into second. He had a good run last week. He's got a bunch of LATM GP starts under his belt. Was competitive in that Lambo. See Jaquez working now down into the Castle corner. Look back through the field. There's Oliver Rodriguez. He sits fifth in his Lambo. And now out into Le Mans. And coming up, probably the most important corner on the track.
First through 10th right now, all lined up nose to tail within a second of each other.
Everybody battling hard through Sunset Corner. Tough to go double wide through there, but Marvin Brown will make it through there okay. Up in the 10th, and keep it a real esports machine. Chase Marvin Mercedes. Jeff Sykes here tonight. In fact, I'm not even sure if our pole sitter, the fellow that dominated the race, didn't even look like he made the call here this evening. Good look from Marlon Brown's Porsche. Head now down into the hairpin. Brightest braking spot on the track. Oh, we got maybe a little argy-bargy down there. Everybody gets through okay. That's Puig. And Mello. And it is a scramble from third on back.
Front two started to run away, and that has left everybody else trying to lead this line to go catch them.
And you see Jose Puig picking up a spot. Able to get around the amateur Reese Grullon, but Grullon not done. We'll try to battle back. So they work down through them all. Now down on the sunset straightaway. Guys trying to break each other's draft. Mello runs fifth. He leads the way on Puig. Out down in the sunset corner. Blast that here back to the start line, the finish line.
It's an incredibly difficult course, terrible braking zones. It's a nightmare to get through.
Through turn one, they work. Jose Puig in the 6 machine. Going after Mello. Orange Juice Bridge. And under the Mobile 1 bridge before they get to the hairpin. Now here's Grullon. He was taking a look on Puig. Thought better of it going in the hairpin. Worked their way up the backside of the course. Incredibly spirited battle. Jose Puig, Florida driver, GT3 champ. Last time around in the LATM GP action. And now you see a view from Luis Grullon's car. Again, he's running 7th overall, first in class, their #1 amateur. Jordan, he's a veteran of the series.
Absolutely been here since day one and always had success at this level. Look back on Lopez now, running back in 10th position.
RJ Lopez is in the 129. That red Ferrari now looking out Sunset straightaway. And this corner is so bumpy. Very tough to keep the wheels on the ground. The car just wants to skip right out on you. You'll hear a lot of drivers. Talk about this place and explain that 12 hours here is probably tougher than 24 at Daytona, just because of the physicality of the racetrack. Even in the sim, your hands are shaking and baking the whole time you're up on the wheel.
Yeah, going through Sunset Corner, especially in these cars, like, these cars do not like to brake when you're turning. So trying to get in there and then get on the brakes is really difficult without making it go wrong.
We had one get off there in the background that looked like Ponce. Kept going in that great BMW. Now you're looking at Lopez still chasing Marvin Brown. Brown in the BMW and Vizquera in front of him in the Porsche. Check that, Brown in the Porsche as well. So a couple Porsches in front of Lopez. Lead their way down in the castle. Seven and a half minutes in. Pit window into the 15 minutes. And we'll start seeing some guys start to let their fuel strategy play out. 45 minutes. Gonna be enough time to get about 23 laps done here at Sebring. We are 4 laps in. There you see Marvin Brown keeping the real esports machine. And there's Oliver Rodriguez. This is 4th overall. Going under the Chevrolet Bridge. So we saw one lap in the 159s earlier today in qualifying. As Lopez now started to put the heat on Brown.
You can see pretty much our entire top 12. Oh, they go around.
That was a big wreck down into Christensen.
Vizcarra and Lopez. We're going to get a replay here.
Well, there's the tail end of it. Vizcarra in the Porsche taking the worst brunt of it. So back to the action. See if we got another angle of that one. And you see Vargas in the Lambo, number 106.
Well, that takes away 2 of the line of 5 cars that were chasing their front 2 here, but they've knocked about a half a second off that lead. Espinosa's and Jaquez ran away with the lead early, down to about 3 seconds. The good news is they're all in the same straightaway.
And Espinosa, your leader, your fast car so far here in race 2 minutes 0.02 seconds. Cars now looking at Sunset Corner. There's Lopez. How about Marvin Brown? He's been able to drive away from this car. I believe that was when they got to beating and banging off each other. Action everywhere. Lopez, you see Malik and Vargas going at it behind them. Now here's Dave Sharp out of St. Louis, Missouri, into Zurich. No, I got that name wrong. Anacoli. Oh, there's contact, and Anacoli goes for a ride. Absolutely crazy. But a tough break for Anacoli. He had some heavy contact going into the corner. And he ended up burying the firewall deep in the Arco.
Looking back on Lopez, he's got pressure from behind. Malagon takes a look to the right side. Falls back into line as they make their way through the chicane.
Malagon did run last week. He was a factor. And right now it's RJ Lopez who's leading that 2-car parade. There's some more action down in the sunset. Vizcarra suffered that off a couple laps ago. They're trying to make up some ground. There's Fabian Ponce, the Knoxville Racing Machine. Number 113, one of our amateurs.
All three of those cars taking different lines through the first turn. Going to pay out best for Fabian Ponce. He's going to pick up a position, maybe 2. He drives out of that in 14th.
He sits 4th in class. There's Douglas Corey right behind him out of Florida. He is 5th in class, so that is a race for not only position overall, but 4th and 5th in the amateur division. And 2 races within a race of these GT3 cars. But if your I-rating was over 2,000 at the start of the series, you were in the Pro Series. If it was under 2,000, you were in the amateur class. Here you see Brian Hoskins. Had a solid debut campaign before Christmas with us at the LATAM GP Series. Hoskins, one of our amateurs. He sits 6th. So Corey in front of him, 5th in amateur class. And then Ponce in 4th, right in front of him as well. Mello, 5th overall. And now we've got some action up front, Jordan. I know Jack has really.
Yeah, it's been fluctuating between about a half a second, getting up to as much as a second. But Jaquez has stayed there the entire time. He's putting pressure on for the lead.
So at what point does the LATM GP veteran go after Espinosa?
Or do you go after him at all, trying to undercut him on a pit stop?
See what Jaquez pulls off as they work down towards the hairpin. Closing in on 15 minutes of our 45-minute affair. Espinosa, Jaquez. Now you see Mello's picked up a spot. Somebody's lost spots.
Rodriguez off in the grass. Doesn't appear to be any damage to that car, but he dropped from 3rd all the way down to 8th. He gets back on track. Maybe some left side damage. He's going to tow back to the pits.
Yeah, look at once he got going, steering wasn't exactly where it needed to be. Oh, there we got one around. Oh!
I believe that was the...
Sorry, check that was the replay, yeah.
Yes.
So Tagui went around first. He's up and rolling again. There's Jose Puig up in the 4th. He's having a solid evening. And working Joaquin Mello. Another one of our Florida competitors. In the sunset corner.
Oh, and around goes Puig. Bounces it off the inside barrier. He's going to tuck that down pit road. And Mello is going to take over sole possession of 3rd.
Tough break for Puig. It sounds like we had a replay. As you see Puig now diving to pit road, stopping in this stall. We'll see if he comes back out or how bad the damage was to that Ferrari. There's Malagon. Still in this battle with RJ Lopez. And now it's Bruno Albin right in front of these two.
Albin runs 7th overall. All your leaders are relatively spaced out aside from the top 2.
Until you get back to this group. Albin in 7th. Looking back to Lopez, Malagon, and Marquez. All within show distance. There's Albin. Now working down Sunset Straightaway. And Malagon now getting his groove on, trying to work it over behind Lopez. To the inside of Lopez through Sunset Corner, he'll pull it off. This all going on behind Albin. So Malagan, the pro, 8th overall, 7th in class. It's by Lopez, who's the second amateur right now. Who's really on the top amateur heat is gone. As far as those two guys are concerned. Seal Marcos now. He's the 10th Argentinian driver. Out of his cockpit. That 4-car battle still rages on. And Mike Brown looks like up into the top 5. Got by Otegui. Jeffrey Murillo and Malagon again. Chases down Albin.
He sits 8th currently, putting the pressure on. We should be approaching pit stops over the next couple of minutes as we reach the 20-minute mark.
Again, big drop over pit stops last week. Leader, Jeff Sykes, who dominated the whole affair, not taking enough fuel. Came up 200 yards short, thing sputtered, and Puke coming out of turn 4 on the final lap. Was able to coast across to a 3rd place finish, but not what he was looking for after the dominating performance he had put up. Greg Gunther, 16th overall.
Oh, one goes around right in front of him, doesn't collect anybody.
And there's Albin again. Looks like Malagon got by Albin. As Juan Malagon continues his trek to the front.
These two run nose to tail through the chicane up the hill.
And I tell you, just behind this crew is Juan Carlos Puyo. He's one of our pros. Obviously had problems in qualifying. Started 36th. He has climbed his way to 14. Puyo with a run right now. He's actually coming up on Hoskins as you see Murillo in the middle of the Hornets' nest. Lopez back there. But not RJ Lopez. Ryan Lopez, one of our amateurs. There he is. And the Lopez Sports number 127.
He's the only one in this pack with a damaged car right now. Somehow still making moves. He's picked up a couple positions.
Yeah,
now putting the pressure on Schilling.
That wing looks like it's seen better days. Then again, if you bend it just right.
Makes the less easier.
Bunch of Ferraris. Look at the Ferrari on Ferrari action. Lopez, Murillo, and Levesquez, the Canadian, flexing his muscle now. There's RJ Lopez. He is firewall deep in the arm coat. Oh! One slid off as he was trying to get going. Lopez finally just toes. It looks like we're going to see what happened there to RJ Lopez. And just looks like spun by himself under acceleration. And a tough break for RJ Lopez. There's the other Lopez, Ryan Lopez. Sitting 20th right now. Tenth in class. And there's the leader of that amateur class, Luis Grolion. He has been stout all night long. In the top 5, he's 4th right now. Now Daniel Perez Santiago. Down Sunset Straightaway. The 5-car Mamba. And now into Sunset. How about this, Perez? Making a bid for the spot on the bottom.
This is where you gotta watch it for the crossover. Gontier on the outside takes a look. And we're going to move up now for the battle for 12th. Sorry, battle for 11th. Here comes Puyo.
And he is coming. Again, started all the way back in 36th. Now up into 11th. Definitely the hard charger of the evening so far.
He's also run the 6th fastest lap of the night under heavy traffic the entire race.
Obviously not a factor for the victory tonight, but not too far-fetched to think he could climb into the top 5 as he continues in this race. Brian Hoskins, 13th. He's chasing Douglas Corey. So there's Malagon, teammate of Jaquez and Grolion. And he's chasing Brown. Marvin Brown in his Porsche Vernal, leading the way on Malagon in the BMW. Through Sunset Corner they work, and Brown will peel off to pit road. Pit stops have begun.
Now, if you're Malagon, it's got to be in your mind to run the fastest lap possible right now while you've got some open racetrack. See if you can't put a little gap on Brown.
Rip down all the heaters you can. Especially if you get 2 or 3 of them off. Ferguson Brown down the running order as we watch the action on the track. Malagon and Bruno Albon. Going at it down into the hairpin. Albon right on his bumper, tucking the line behind the BMW through the hairpin. They accelerate back out of there. As our pit stop time starts to commence.
Now, if you're Malagon, how long do you stay out? And then if you're Albon, you've got the same decision to make right behind him.
So far, the shortest stop we've seen, Rodriguez, 12.67. So unless he stopped earlier, I'm going to make the call. He's the guy that's going to run out of fuel tonight. Brian Hoskins in the 110. Still trying to figure out a way by Douglas Corey. 12th place on the line. Excuse me, 10th place on the line. And that Liquid Molly BMW still leading the American Hoskins in the Ferrari. Down the Sunset Straight they work again.
Hoskins is going to have a big run down.
There you see some of the data coming in on pit stops. Corey, he's up 11 spots since we started. How about David Sharp? Started 32nd here tonight, up to 17th. Picks up another spot to 18th, so you're hard charging so far. Now pit stops have begun. And now all of the leaders are coming. It is a absolute catastrophe on pit road. Jaquez stayed out and somehow got past Espinosa as goes on the pit stop. So new leader, there's Jose Puig. They're going to work around that 06 car, heavily damaged after he knows that Ferrari in the output earlier tonight. Jaquez, your leader. Now, I don't believe Fernando Jaquez has ever been to feature victory lane in LAT GAP feature actions. So pulled off tonight. Wow, that is a scramble of cars. And this is the hairpin. Back to Malagon. And it looked like we might have had some action in the hairpin.
Espinosa still running second, right behind Fernando Jaquez, putting on all kinds of pressure right now. Jaquez remains mistake-free.
There's Espinosa chasing down Fernando Jaquez. This is all happening 13 seconds ahead of Mello, who runs third, Grillon's fourth in your top amateur. It's Gonzalo Tigui in fifth. Fourth overall in class. Excuse me, fifth overall. Fourth in class.
Little wobble by Espinosa as they work through the S's. Down into the hairpin, he hangs right onto the back bumper of Jaquez.
And you see right behind that, Jose Puig just watching the action. He's got a great view of the spray for the lead.
Here comes Espinosa, takes a look to the left, thinks better of it, ducks back into line.
So everybody has pitted. Anderson Rodriguez reports to him off course. Hey, into the top 20, Donnie Hot Rod. Having a run today. It's already about 15 laps completed of where he usually is. So Brian Hoskins leads the under 13 second club for a time on pit road. And he's gonna run out. That's gonna be him. Malagon, Corey also under 13 seconds. And that is going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. There's a lot of times in these races, Jordan, these guys leave it down to crew chief to make that call for him. Sometimes just not enough.
Following Espinoza, he runs second, right behind Jaquez. About a half a second gap between these two now. As they work on 34 minutes of 45 minutes in this feature.
Again, looking at about 23 laps here tonight. We are on lap 17. Espinoza hasn't let Jaquez go. Stayed right with him. But has not been able to mount a challenge on the LATM GP bet. Again, I don't believe Jaquez has ever been to victory lane with us. See if he can pull it off. Here's Hoskins back in 13th. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be a story. We'll see if Hoskins has enough fuel in the Ferrari. Works out of the hairpin. Jason Douglas Corey. These two have been running lockstep like this for a number of laps. Through Castle they work again. The BMW not being able to figure out a way to get by, or to Ferrari not being able to figure out a way to get by the BMW.
Hoskins is staying right there though, applying the pressure. Staying right behind Corey, taking every chance he can get to take a look. They run nose to tail as it starts to get dark on the runway.
This place is lit up pretty well at night. All the asphalt markers through the Le Mans section. There's Espinoza. Never been in position still. I'm trying to figure out a way by Fernando Jaquez, who was able to pass him during pit stops. Jaquez came in half a second back. Took a second. He's led the way since then. Back to the 20 machine, Marvin Brown. Keep it a real esports Porsche. So he leads way over to Luis Grillion. Grillion, our top amateur. Part of the Sameo racing team. Along with Jaquez and Balagon. Back out front. See how dark it get here on the runways. Down Sunset straightaway. Now wheeling in the Sunset corner before they head back to the start-finish line. Put lap 18 up on the board.
These cars have been glued together for a number of laps now. Jaquez just not giving any edge, not giving any advantage in any corners. And he's run perfect to defend the top spot so far.
Of course, before pit stops, if you're just joining us, it was Espinoza who was able to hold Jaquez off, so we'll see what happens in late going. With laps winding down, desperate times sometimes call for desperate measures. Bruno Albert. Swinging yellow line. And now he'll work down into turn one. Puyo in 11th. Then he's at a heck of a run from the back of the field. There's Albin. Rolled off of the 18th spot. That's one of our pros who's picked up a bunch of cars since this was started. Now down into the hairpin. And back up to that battle that continues. There's Albon getting right behind Piscara. And Albon now shoving back to ninth. As he tries to remount.
6.5 minutes left. We've got drama all over the track. Battle for the lead going on right now.
Espinosa just poked those out front briefly on the timing and scoring. So action at the head of the pack. Espinosa within a tenth of a second of your leader. He is working over Fernando Chavez.
Right now we're following this battle for 8th, 3-car battle. Vizcarra, Albon, and Vargas.
There's Albon chasing Vizcarra underneath the Chevrolet bridge. Both 0.3 seconds separate these two. Goes in on the 40-minute mark. Leaders about just a little bit away from taking the 3 to go. 20 laps down. And Bruno Albon in the 05 going after Vizcarra. Vizcarra, a tremendous competitor last time out in our Fall GT3 category. There's Albon, the brakes blowing cherry red on that Ferrari. Vargas right behind them. It's about 6 seconds back to Puyo.
Still battle back here for 8th. As the battle for the lead rages on. Those two separated by less than 4 tenths. You watch Albon in behind Vizcarra leading this group as they work through sunset onto the front straightaway. Turn 1.
Albon sits 9th. Vizcarra 8th. Working lap 21 of what should be 23. Out front still Fernando Jaquez. Espinosa's second. Still in his back pocket. And it's 16 seconds back to Mello in third. Utegwe in fourth. Malagon fifth. Marvin Brown started 15th, up into sixth. Good run for him. Luis Carrion goes seventh. Our leading amateur, Vizcarra, is in 8th. Albon 9th. In this battle you're watching. 10th is Vargas, second in class. Puyo 11th. Corey 12th, third in amateur. Santiago 13th, fourth in amateur. And then Anderson Rodriguez. He's one of the guys I'm going out on the fuel trail on. so they might not have enough.
3 laps in a row, Gonzalo Ortega has been the fastest car on the track. He's in the hunt to Mello right now. See if there's any story there. A second and a half separates those two. Again, we got 2/10 separating our leaders. Back here showing the battle for about 20th. 4 cars run nose to tail. Some headlight flashing by Don York.
Yeah, him and Murillo. Not sure what happened there. Sharp was also in the mix. That's Marvin Brown. Having a heck of a run in that 20 machine. Sixth place. And we got leaders going side by side. Espinosa and Jaquez. 44 minutes down. And you see Espinosa trying to work the outside of the Ferrari.
Espinosa's still right there. Pressure on Jaquez into the next set of corners.
And now they'll work through them all. There's Espinosa. Got a good run down the straightaway. Gonna make a bid into the sunset corner.
That is as close as you can get to contact these two side by side. Espinosa's got the edge as they work into the corner. Espinosa's going to outbrake Jaquez. Looks like Espinosa will slide it out wide.
And this is coming to the line.
Side on the way out.
This is for the win. How about that? Fernando Jaquez by 2/100ths of a second.
Wow.
What a finish. One of the most thrilling races we've ever seen in LTMGP action. Here's Marvin Brown now coming to the segment 6. Good run for him. Really ought to be our top amateur in 7th. As everybody's getting woed down into turn 1. As Puyo will cross the line at 11th. Definitely the hard charger after starting 36. But a great race by Fernando Jaquez. And what a finish, Jordan. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, insane. Last couple corners, he started to Espinosa started to work Jaquez. Finally got the opportunity to make the pass, and he was just a little bit too late. Fernando managed to hold on for his first win.
Well, we're going to welcome in some of the drivers. I see we've got Marvin Brown and his Porsche of renown. Marvin, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, heck of a run for you tonight.
Yeah, it got a little crazy there for a minute because I think I was too mean to the back tires at the start.
Tell me about picking your way through the traffic. You started 15th, made up a whole bunch of spots here this evening.
Yeah, my goal was to just be as consistent as possible and to try my best not to get mixed up in any incidents. I came close to getting caught up in quite a few things, but I want to say luck played a big factor in this.
Hey, you got to be pretty pleased with the finish after where you started tonight, and hey, solid 6th place run.
Oh, definitely. I didn't expect to finish this high. This group of people, they're all pretty fast, so it's been a lot of fun. I'm just enjoying this.
Marvin Brown, your 6th place finisher this evening. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, welcome in David Sharp, one of our other drivers. David, tell us about your evening here tonight.
Well, I'd say tonight was a bounce back from last week. I mean, switching to the Ferrari was a net positive in many ways. It allowed it to be more stable than the Audi, and it just worked like a charm tonight.
Hey, you were part of a hornet's nest there late. What was going on there in the hairpin?
Well, that's Mr. Don Yorkie doing Don Yorkie things, and I'm just sitting back and watching the show, more or less.
Well, you must have had a good seat for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
David Sharp, another solid run here tonight. 21st place finish, but I guess after starting 32nd, you got to like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd say this is probably one of the better cars I've ever had for this series, and looking forward to continuing my luck in the next one.
David Sharp, a 21st place finish here. So, Jordan, that kind of wraps things up in Central Florida.
Yeah, we had some awesome racing tonight. Incredible finish. Everything you'd want to see out here.
Now, of course, some great events coming up this season. All follow the IMSA tracks. Road Atlanta next week. Then we go to Detroit for Belle Isle. Road America, and then Watkins Glen, and a whole bunch of different tracks there, Jordan. You got the big long ones like Road America. You got the sweepers like Watkins Glen. Road Atlanta, a little bit of everything. Belle Isle is just the concrete jungle.
Yeah, with how close all the racing's been, with how close all these competitors are, it's going to be insane to see how things shake out with all the different tracks we've got on the schedule.
Well, big congratulations to Fernando Jaquez for claiming his first ever LA Team AMGP victory here this week at Sebring. First time he's ever went to the top 7 of the podium. Great run, him and Andreas Espinoza getting it after here this evening. Congratulations to Luis Gran, our amateur champ here tonight, 7th overall. And for myself and the rest of the LATM GP crew, thanks again for joining us from Florida. On behalf of myself and Jordan, you guys all have a good evening.